Welcome to a new chapter learning the advanced editor. We will start with the final part of the promotion playoff, where the last 9 teams that are going to be promoted are chosen from the 36 teams that are left. First, we have to set the stage ID that will begin with 3 as usual for Tercera División. Then FP, final promotion index, it has to be one higher than the other, so 3. Description, fase final de promoción, type cop, stage name. So let's see what happens with stage promotion stage. Should be, if not, other final stage. Okay, we call this final stage, jet competition, number of teams, 36. Now I've looked into the Segunda División B and observed that in the second, this is the relegation, so it has no connection to the promotion. This stage 0 is the playoff for the teams that are going to fight for the first 2 places of promotions. That is equivalent to the stage 0 that I created for the first 9 teams that are going to be promoted. And the rest of the stages are in this stage 1, where the teams are picked from the teams that finished second, third and fourth in the groups, leaving the 2 spaces that are going to be taken by the 2 teams that played among the top teams of each group and lost that first chance at promotion. Why have I not followed this exact way to do things and created the system like this, with a first stage for the champions of each group and then a second stage for the rest of the promotion playoffs? Because as far as I understand from seeing the minute when we looked at it, this doesn't distinguish those teams that are second or fourth to make them play each other and the teams that are third to play each other. I might be wrong, but I think that's how it is. Team index, seeding method, all teams get the same seeding. Or maybe this is where can be set. Like if I make these guys to the second and fourth to have lower seed and the third to have higher seed, then the third place will be facing each other. No, because then will be the third against the second and fourth, and it might create an error. So I made a stage previous to joining them all so that they will get a stage that is the right one, and there is no mixing between teams that are second or third or fourth or fifth and should not be playing each other. Let's see the options here. Anyway, all teams get the same seeding. Teams get incremental seeding values starting from the seeding value. Teams get decremental seeding values starting from the seeding value, which I guess we would be setting. Whose position in previous stage? This could have been whose position from a specific stage. In previous stage, same seeds for same points. Get seedings from previous stage. Perhaps those could be randomized from 0 to max seeding. So perhaps this sets one team each team gets a number like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the lowest number seed team faces the highest number set team. The second lowest set team plays the second highest seeded team, and so on and so forth. But that would imply that there will always be the team from this group will play the team from that group, and I don't think that is how the real system works. So, or perhaps randomized from 0 to max seeding could be applied, but then what if 2 teams get the same number? That's something to make a lot of tests in another database that created specifically for this. Ranking level info, round defaults, round adjustment, team mappings, rounds. Let's see, in the rounds here you see the first round. This is where they pick the teams in second, third and fourth place to decide those that will keep in the system and to which the 2 teams that lost the champions matches will be joining after this. So let's see, first round, general ranking rules, dates set, TV dates, regional draw groups, nothing set, nothing there. Allow ranking of all losing teams in this round. Enabled is unticked. Valid cup draw. Place seedings together. Seeding 0, seeding 2, place seeding together. Oh, so this is how they do that. So that would mean second place of one group, place fourth place of each group, third place from one group, place third place of the other group, and this time 0 is the second, and so on, because the 0 that was the first is taken already from another, and this applies to the teams chosen in the previous screen here in Teams. And the instructions in the phase to the first stage, the phase actions here, add teams to cup stage, semi-final losing team Spanish second division B. So I could have done it the same way after all. So what do you think? Perhaps we should be changing what I did to make it the same way like this, or perhaps continue doing the things as it is and see what happens, and that serves for us to learn what are the differences between each way to doing things, and if the way that I've done works at all or not. As general rates, ranking rules, nothing. This script sequence, so this is place there but not enable. Keep teams from same previous group apart. Sorry, delete that. Offset date, nothing set, and that's so number of teams. That's ranking levels, time mappings, nothing. No sense in here anymore. Well, so it's time to keep going on. So in requirements, we will be adding that stages that need to be finished before this. So I guess Spanish third division. And we pick that. Stage 0. Here we pick the same. Stage 1, and we pick the same. Stage 2 lifetimes. See teams, and let's see what get all teams from division. Get stage team. Okay, so this list it seems get qualified teams from stage competition, Spanish third division. But what stage? Cross measurement number of teams, overall list, maximum number of teams with setting an overall list stage to look for qualified teams in. Yeah, so it will be stage 0 and stage competition qualified for. I'm starting to think that it would be far easier to do like it does in Segunda División B, and besides that's kind of size that is the right way to do, but we'll see. Why this? Let's see what is. Let's see the name of this. The ID appears. Belgium third division. Unique. No, that's not. Run defaults, run adjustments, team mappings. Here will be 2 rounds. We'll add them and we'll see later. Requirements. Back to teams. Let's duplicate and then stage 1. Duplicate stage 3. Let's see at this point if we can make test rules. Well, first we will save this as, and now let's see if this is. No, I don't want to run test rules. Third division, and it starts to simulate the competitions, and we wait. If things are well, the warning should be just that the promotion is not complete. Error in nation rules. New stage 0 for Spanish third division. Can't find enough teams to be created. 0 teams found. Acting needed. So we have an error there, and we have to solve that. Since it seems that it's been a quarter of an hour since this chapter began, we will just look at the first possibility of solution, that at why it doesn't find enough teams, and it may be just that this is wrong. Get qualified teams from stage, Spanish Division Group 1, League 3, Promotion Playoff, Champions Playoff. There is no such thing as Champions Playoff. Maybe substage name shouldn't be, but it does mean anything? No, it shouldn't be this, because that's just a name. isn't it? Or perhaps the main stage name, but not because this is found in search. Let's check in Segunda División B, Spanish Second Division B stages. The fifth playoff teams, no promotion playoff, but sub-stage name isn't picked. So let's check that, shall we? First we save the changes and then hit again test rules for Spanish third division and see what happens, what it tells us. Is it event testing? You must save control plus S doesn't do anything. Test the rules before saving. To test the rules, you have to save. Okay, now it's testing. So I must have misread that pop-up. No stage 0. New stage 0 for Spanish third division. Can't find enough teams to be created. 0 teams found. 18 needed. Okay, so that's not the issue. Team index, stage, description, get qualified teams from stage. Competition, Spanish Second Division B1. Spanish Third Division Group 1. Get qualified teams from stage. Team index. Stage. League 3. What teams? Oh, stage. No, team index. Stage. Maybe the stage. This isn't. League 3 is 0. So let's choose all of this and set that to 0. Save again. No division levels have been verified in these rules. Test the rules before saving to allow the use of these rules in the game. I guess that's just a badly worded pop-up that means to say test the rules before considering the save as the final version to be released. So running competitions. And so far so good. The regular season, so to speak. New stage 0 for Spanish third division can't find enough teams to be created. 0 teams found. 18 needed. That's about it. Doesn't find any teams. Stage 0 league teams. Get out teams from division. I guess that would be more or less like the groups, but I don't see. Stage 0 league 3 teams. Let's see. Third division, second division B teams. Multiple competitions. Stages, stage 0 league teams get all teams from division. And from division, that's that. Perhaps in each of these you have teams. Team pool, stage, teams from division. Well, I don't know what should be done here if that doesn't work. Competition, let's see Spanish third division group 1. This. Let's save again and see if now it finds some teams. Since we haven't changed anything else, it still won't find the 18 teams it needs, but perhaps it will find one. In that case, that is the solution. New stage 0 for Spanish division. First teams to be created. 0 teams found. Okay, so that's not the solution. I will remove that, save, and we will continue. I will have a look around and we will continue investigating this in the next chapter. Thanks for watching. Wish this had gone better. Hopefully we will be able to figure out the solution. See you next time.